Hey friend, it is Brandon Gustafson. Welcome to Assisted Living Investing. Excited to have you here with me today. I've got a fun and exciting topic for us. And I was gonna switch my camera. Sorry. I've got my less good camera going. That's fine. Anyways, sorry, just distracted me for a second there. We are going to be talking about today working with a partner in assisted living. This is a question I get from people often. They want to know, like, if you're working with a partner, how is that going to work? What's the structure need to look like, and things like that. And we're going to dive into that in today's video. Before I get started, though, I want to remind you to get over to the website, assistedlivinginvesting.net. We will have a ticker going across the bottom here that is going to remind you to get over there and get the business plan checklist. Go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist. We'll have links down below as well, so you can get access to that. And I just want to make sure that that is clear. And this week, for those that are in the Facebook group, we're doing a special promotion for the Accelerator course. So if you are not in the Facebook group, make sure you get over to the Facebook group and join that. I'll try to go back into YouTube and link that if you're on the Facebook group already. You don't need that, but we'll try to link that up in YouTube so you can get over there. And we're doing this just till Thursday. So if you're interested in getting a little bit more information on that, make sure you reach out to me on Messenger. Is the best way to just reach out and say, hey, I'm interested. Raise your hand, and we'll have a conversation, because I'd love to see what I can do to help you along your journey. Throwing in some extra bonuses this week on the Accelerator course. So excited to hopefully chat with you and help you along your investment journey. All right, let's get started. So we are talking today about working with a partner in assisted living. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. Let's see, that is not bigger. Let's see, can I make me smaller? No, I think if I click here, that makes it bigger. You're not going to see me, but that's all right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about working with an assisted living partner. So my background, in case you don't know me and you're new to the channel or new to the Facebook group, I own and operate two assisted living facilities. One of them is in Colorado. The other is in Idaho, and I live in Utah. So I operate these out of state. Have a lot of good experience going through just understanding how to do that. Acquired both of those facilities on SBA loans, so I've been able to secure over $1.5 million in SBA and know that process very well, and can kind of coach you through how to use that as a way to help you get the funding you need to get you started and launching your assisted living business. I have a master's in healthcare administration as well, and have worked in the healthcare industry for over a decade now. So I've got a lot of experience in the healthcare industry. We are largely Medicaid facilities, and so I can teach you about that process, government paid programs, and a bunch of different things. If you are new here, type in newbie. And if you are an experienced operator and you're just looking at expanding or need more information specifically around how to partner with other people, make sure you just type in operator down below so I can see who is here and who is trying to figure things out. And if you have questions as we go through this, then feel free to type them in here. The system I use doesn't always allow me to see your names, but I can get back to you here. I see I've got somebody at least on Facebook, so welcome. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, make sure you are typing them in, and we can chat a little bit about that as we go along. So let's jump over now to the types of partners. I want to give you kind of an overview of the types of people you might consider partnering with as you are getting started on your investment journey. Number one is family, and that's a simple one. It's also kind of a complex one. If you've ever worked or invested with family members, it can be strenuous on that relationship, and so you want to make sure that you have a good relationship, that you set up a really good a really good way of just the structure of how things are going to go, and that you keep the business stuff business and the family stuff family, and you try your best to not intermingle those things, just so that you can maintain those familial relationships. Because I've talked to a lot of people whose family relationships have soured through doing a partnership with their family, but it's also somebody generally you're going to trust them quite a bit, and so it's a really good option for you to partner with them. Really easy to have that conversation as well. And then the next one is going to be friends or investors, people that are maybe outside of that familial circle that you could get in with and talk with and just kind of work with as you're trying to get things started. And there's you've got your existing circle of friends, right? That's a good spot. Another great way for you to find investors is to go to real estate meetups. So there's probably going to be a real estate type of a group in your state that they an association, other groups. Excuse me, other groups. You can find them on meetup.com. You're going to be able to find a lot of meetups for for other real estate investors, and being able to work with them and build those relationships is an incredible way for you to find these types of partners. So if you're looking for those partners, that is a really good spot for you to go and find those partners. Now, the types of other partners that you could be considering here, aside from the individuals themselves, are people that have certain types of experience or resources. And that could be an operational partner. Maybe you're the person that has the money and you need somebody that has some experience doing the operations and can give you some guidance there. You're going to want to find that person that's operational. And if that's you, going to those real estate meetups actually might not be that great of an option for you. You might be better off finding a group like this Facebook group, or getting kind of ingrained in a group of people where operators are hanging out, and see if you can go find them. In Idaho, where we operate one of our facilities, we actually have an excellent Facebook group that is around that. There's a lot of people that I would say are operators. They're probably not entrepreneurial right now, but if you had the money and you went to them and said, "Hey, I'm looking for an executive director or somebody to like operator to run my facilities," I think you're going to be able to find them. So that's one spot. And the other one is money partners. And this one is a lot of the people that I talk to are people that they want to be the operator and they want to get started, but they don't have the funding. They don't they don't know how to get started. And so you're looking for money partners. Going to those real estate meetups is a great way to find those money partners, and just going out and doing networking and seeing who you can find and talking to the people in your network. You probably know people. You might not know that they have the money, but I almost guarantee you that you know somebody. You have somebody in your existing network that has a lot of money that needs to invest it somewhere for tax purposes or things like that. And it is putting yourself out there. This is my vision. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. And explaining that to them. And then from there, you are starting to have the conversation. You're convincing them. You're negotiating with them and creating that partnership, so you have that money partner. So these are the types of partners that you could be working with. Now let's talk about the structure. And this is another one. A lot of people ask me this question, and I don't have a good answer for you because it depends on every single situation. There are two ways to kind of go about this, though. So I want to just highlight the two different ways. There's like a 50-50 or an even split with the members. So if you had three partners in the group, then you each own a third. Or if there's two of you, then it's a 50-50 split. That is a pretty easy process to go through. You just kind of figure that out. If you are, like we were talking about, an operator looking for a money partner, or a money partner looking for an operator, and they're, you just kind of want to figure that out. You're going to somebody, whoever's heading that up, whoever the brains of that situation is going to have an idea in their mind what they want to give ownership, what percentage of ownership they want to give to another person. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have that idea in your mind. You're going to have conversations. You're going to try to negotiate that, and it's going to be based off of a percentage of ownership. I don't know what that is going to look like for you. It depends on, if you're an operator, how much experience you have as an operator, how much value are you bringing, versus if you're the money partner, how much money do you have? How much value are you bringing to that investment? So these are the types of things that you need to consider. And honestly, it just depends on everything. There is no hard and fast rule that says, as an operator, I only get 20%, or I get 80% as an operator and the money partner only gets 20%. There's no hard and fast rule that says this is what it needs to be. That is very much up to you as partners and how you're going to negotiate. You want to get as much as you can while also being fair to the other partner. And you have to realize you can't get started without the money. So the money is extremely important, but you also cannot run a successful business without the operator. And the operator is extremely important. And so if the money partner wants a return on their investment, they need to have a really good operator. in running the business. Okay, so those are the components, and it's really up to you to negotiate that. There's just no hard and fast rule. But I would, regardless, I would talk to an attorney to help you out through the structuring of that process. This is something that is so complex. I would not just get on LegalZoom and go and create an entity and put it together willy-nilly. If you've got a partner that thinks they know what they're doing and that's what they want to do, I would push pause and I would go and talk to an attorney and make sure you understand exactly what you're getting into, because there's so many complexities to this type of a business, and the liabilities that you have as you are caring for residents and things like that. You want to make sure that you are completely protected and helping get things in line with where they need to be. And a big part of that is your operating agreement. So your operating agreement basically says these are the 20 responsibilities, and this person's going to do these 10 and this person's going to do these 10, and you are laying that out as to who's going to do what, and how much they're getting out of the partnership. You're going to put in there, if you have to change the structure, you're bringing in a new partner, somebody wants to exit, what is that going to look like? You're going to want to put all of this together in an operating agreement, and working with an attorney is the best way to do that. What I like to do when I'm doing these types of partnerships is I like to sit down and think to myself, okay, these are the roles, these are the responsibilities, this is what I want this to look like. And sorry, I need to plug my computer in so I don't die as as I'm doing the recording because my battery's getting low. Um, Let me go back. Okay, so what I like to do is I build that out and put it in a structure. This is how I envision it, and then I'm talking with the other partner and getting that information out there, and we're talking about it together, and figuring it out, and then we're taking that to an attorney and saying, okay, this is how we envision this going. This is what the structure is. This is what we think it's going to be like. Can you now put this in legalese so it protects each of us in the situations that we're in? So that's how I like to kind of structure those operating agreements. But you want to take the time to figure out who's going to do what and how that's going to work. This is key to any partnership, and why I would highly suggest that you get an attorney. I'm not an attorney. I don't get any kickback from any attorney. I would suggest you do that. Ones that I have worked with in the past, there's KKOS Lawyers is who I have used, and then Clint Coons is another one that I've seen have really good stuff around assisted living on YouTube. And so I've never worked with them, never talked with them. I've been very impressed with the type of stuff that they put out, the content that they have. So there's a couple opportunities for you there to talk to people. All right, now let's get into paying partners. And this is another question that I get asked all the time is, how much do I pay my partner? And like we talked about earlier, it's going to depend on the percentage of ownership, but also in your operating agreement, you're going to outline exactly what that's going to look like for you and for the partner. You're going to define the terms of payment. Do you have to hit certain metrics? Do you have to be profitable by a certain point? Do you have to have X amount of money that is set aside for operations before you can do any kind of a draw and pay the people? And there's really two types of payments. And again, I would talk with an accountant on this one. Talk to professionals as much as you can as you get into this. But there's two types of payments. One is a guaranteed payment, and that is essentially a salary. It says we are paying ourselves $10,000 every month, no matter what, and that's what you would call a guaranteed payment. And it comes out on a regular basis, and it's a salary. And the other one is a distribution, and oftentimes that is based off of profitability. If you read the book Profit First by Mike, what is it, Mike Michalowicz? Yeah. Sorry, I've got one of his other books up here. It will give you a really good guidance on how to do that. There's another book by Donald Miller. It's about building a business. It's sideways. I can't see the title of it, but he has a process in there as well. And they really do a good job of outlining exactly those types of payments, what they look like and how they should be structured, and give you some guidance on that. So highly recommend those two books. They're great, but you want to define those terms, and that's how people are getting paid. Distributions are generally like a percentage of profitability. You're getting distributed out on a quarterly basis. Your guaranteed payments are more of a monthly thing. But all of that is up to you as the business owner as to how frequently and how much you want to be paying out to people. As you get started, talk to an accountant to figure out the tax implications of that as well, though, because there's going to be tax implications for that money that is coming to you through the business. And there are strategies that you can utilize to say, I'm going to do this much in the guaranteed payment and this much on the distributions, and you can kind of leverage that out a little bit, and you're still getting paid the same amount and at a regular cadence, but there are tax benefits for how you do that. I don't understand all the complexities of it. That's why you want to talk to an accountant. They're going to help you out in figuring out how to protect yourself from a financial standpoint, to keep as much of the money as you can, so you can do what you want to do with it. And that could be, could be buying a new truck, buying a new boat, or it could be giving back to other people and improving your community even more. And a lot of you that are doing this, like, you think, cool, yeah, that new car would be great. But I've talked with so many of you that I know that you have like a caring heart and just like this, you're incredible human beings. And like, I think you are more likely to take that money and invest it into Boys and Girls Clubs or another nonprofit that's in the area that's going to give you a tax benefit for donating, but also allow you to have even more of an impact on your communities. And that's the majority of you that I talk to, 80% or more. That's why you're in this business, is you want to have that type of an impact on people's lives. So that is how paying partners work and how that's structured. So switched this thing up, but if there's any questions, please type them in. I'll get to those right now. I know there's a couple of you that are here live, and if you are not live, you can still type in your questions. I'll get back to you. If it's on the Facebook group, then I will possibly make an entire post, or I could, if depending on the topic, do a live session like this on that topic. But want to remind you to like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell as well, so you get notified every time that we are putting up this content. I'm doing this for you to help you out and help you through your process. I want to remind you as well, get over to the website at assistedlivinginvesting.net. And if you go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist, we'll link that down below as well, then you will get access to a business planning checklist. Or if you just go to the website, you can get access to the free underwriting calculator as well, which is I've received rave feedback on that tool, and I spent a lot of time on it, and it's very comprehensive. You can also remember, if you are on the Facebook group, this week only, we are doing a special promotion for the Accelerator program. I'm throwing in some extra bonuses this week, and excited to see if it's a good fit for you. So if it is, reach out and let's have a conversation. You can reach out to me either on the Facebook post or just jump in on Messenger directly and message me, and let's have a conversation there to see if what I offer is a good fit for you. I'm not going to try to sell you on something that isn't a good fit, but I think it can help you along your investment journey for sure. But again, we're going to have that conversation one-on-one and see if it's a good fit for you or not. And there was one other thing that goes through this Thursday, which is February 15th. Yeah, February 15th. And then I'm taking those extra bonuses out. So I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up on that, and excited to kind of work with you here a little bit as we move things along. I want to remind you, I'm going to try to come back into view here. There we go. That's me. And just want to remind you to get over to the website, assistedlivinginvesting.net, and get that business plan checklist, get the calculator, get all the free resources. That's what I'm here to do, is help you along your investment journey. Because at Assisted Living Investing, I'm here to help you through the process, start to finish, launch your assisted living business, and coach you through the process. I'm really excited to help you out and get you moving with that, and see what progress you can make. Does residential assisted living sound interesting to you, but you don't know how to get started? At assistedlivinginvesting.net, we are here to help you launch your assisted living business. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for being here live with me, and excited to talk to you next week. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell on the channel so you get notified for all this other content. and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a great